This is the Making Waves podcast with Ripple Effect. My name is Dave Rotman, and I'm here with District 25 Representative John Hansen. Welcome, John.
Hey, Dave.
Now, you've been a leader in life issues, so your involvement with the Life Defense Fund, and you're very active with that right now. There's something going on, so could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, sadly, the far left is trying to amend the South Dakota Constitution to make South Dakota a sanctuary state for abortion. Right now, petition circulators are out on the streets and they're asking South Dakotans to sign their petition. And if that petition is signed and placed on the ballot, we could have legalized abortion through all 9 months of pregnancy.
This seems far-fetched, but it's really true. I mean, this is a change to the Constitution which would not be able to be changed by the legislature. It would take out all the laws currently on the books.
Right, exactly. I mean, you read the language and it basically prevents all protections for unborn babies and mothers in the first trimester and virtually all protections in the second trimester. And so you're talking about things like even health and safety protections in the first trimester are banned by this constitutional amendment. That's wild. They
wouldn't even need to go to a medical doctor.
Right. It takes away the ability for the state to place a requirement to say, you know, at least the abortion, if you're going to have an abortion, has to be done safely by a medical doctor. The state couldn't even do a regulation like that. That's how extreme this is. And part of the reason for that, I think, is because so much of the abortion industry these days have moved into chemical abortions, and so they just want to be able to ship these abortion pills very unsafely, by the way, to any mother who finds a link on Twitter or Facebook to obtain these pills. Very dangerous for mothers.
So they're circulating petitions now.
Right, they're circulating petitions right now.
And I've seen their signs are quite disingenuous.
Yeah, that's an understatement. We've seen signs where they're circulating petitions and they call their measure pro-life and pro-family. And that's what they'll do, and they will mislead the public. And so, pro-lifers in the state of South Dakota, don't be complacent and don't think that this can never happen here because it's South Dakota and we are a pro-life state. And we are a pro-life state, but we see these pro-choicers, not just in South Dakota, but across the country. They have millions of dollars and they will spend it to mislead the public. They're already misleading the public on this measure and the scope of the measure and everything that it would do. And so pro-lifers from all across the state of South Dakota really need to sort of wake up, realize that if we do nothing, they will mislead the public into supporting this measure. And so we need to get out there and defend life and defend these mothers.
It strikes me that folks really need to understand what they're signing before they sign a petition. There's a nice guy attitude. Okay, I'll sign your petition. It's like you're signing a legal document, and you don't even know what's on it.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, the petition circulators aren't out there saying, hey, go ahead and read this over real quick and then sign my petition.
Right.
That's not what they're doing.
Right.
Instead, like I just shared with you, they're saying things like, this is a pro-life, pro-family measure. Go ahead and sign.
Why are they coming here to South Dakota to do this?
South Dakota is generally regarded as a place where there's easy access to the ballot. It's relatively cheap media market. So these outside groups like to come into South Dakota as sort of a testing ground.
Outside money.
That's right. And undoubtedly there will be tons of outside money that flow into this one as well if they make it on the ballot. And
well, it's coming in now just to circulate a petition.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yep. And so I think what they want to be able to do is show, oh, hey, look at this. We got this radical abortion through 9 months law written into the South Dakota Constitution, ruby red South Dakota with Kristi Noem as the governor and all the statewide elected officials being Republican. And if we can do that in South Dakota, we can do it anywhere. And so if
these circulators are being paid, they're being well paid.
Yes. If you think back to the original South Dakotans who put this initiative and referendum process into place, I think that they were thinking this would be a grassroots sort of process.
They never imagined this.
No, definitely not. I mean, I think they were thinking about people from all over the state circulating these petitions voluntarily because something needed to change.
Yeah.
It's not this. Now this is a big money game where outside money comes in. They fund these petition circulators very well. They pay them to go get the signatures, and then you're on the ballot. And we've seen it before, and we're seeing it today on this one too.
Fair enough. So last thoughts. What are your last thoughts here? So we're going to close up this podcast soon.
Well, I would encourage everybody to decline to sign this abortion petition, and tell all your friends and relatives and everybody that you associate with, your any sort of civic groups or your churches. Tell everybody that you know to decline to sign that radical abortion petition. And I think if pro-lifers work together, encourage people to decline to sign and to resist that extreme abortion amendment, we can defeat that and keep South Dakota a pro-life state. So everybody, I would just encourage you to decline to sign that radical abortion petition.
A call to action. Well, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
All right,
Great
bye.
chatting with you, man. See you.